needs to set up where the meetings are going to be for the next fiscal year so that we can figure out, and put it on the spreadsheet for everybody as to where the meetings are going to be. We'll have the mileage calculated and all those kind of things. So somewhere on a future agenda item, you need to assess where you're going to have meetings. The second item, we're in Carson City, and we're lucky enough to be right there in the heart of where all the legislation takes place. But we wanted to remind all the other CABs and the commission members and supporters of wildlife and conservation of the luncheon, legislative luncheon that's going to be held on Wednesday, February the 13th at 11:30 at the Legislative Building in room 3100. All the CABs are welcome. Just send me an email or send something to Kim Jolly, and we'll have name badges made up for people in advance. The list of sponsors continues to grow day by day, and I really appreciate that. Friends of Wildlife is sponsoring this luncheon, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for the CABs, for the conservation groups, the various supporters of wildlife, to have a one-on-one with our legislators, especially since we have so many new legislators. It's probably very important for them to understand what our challenges are, what our projects are, and what we're going to do to resolve some of the issues that are facing wildlife, sage grouse in particular, here in the state of Nevada. So you're all welcome, and just let us know who's coming, and we'll get your name badges made up. Thank you.
Mike Reese, Clark County CAB. I just wanted to make an announcement. We did it at the CAB level, but I wanted to make it at the state level. The Clark County Shooting Park opened up to the public, the new sporting clay course. It's a 75-acre course. It opened on the 17th to the media, opened to the 18th to the public. First weekend, the 19th and 20th, they threw over 15,000 clay targets. So it was a huge draw. A lot of the media have still been going out there doing it and stuff. Last weekend kind of rained out a little bit on Saturday, but it's opened Wednesday through Sunday, and it's open to the public. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other county advisory boards?
Good morning, Larry Allen for Humboldt County. Humboldt County would like to request an item to be considered by the Commission in the future to allow a child to harvest a big game animal on an adult's tag and license with the tag holder present at all times. Mr. Giordano, who sits on the Humboldt County Advisory Board, as well as stated that he would be available if anybody wanted to contact him for additional information, and be providing support material prior to the next commission meeting.
All right, thank you. And I'm sure that will be a topic we'll talk about tonight at the TAC meeting also. So it'll be discussed in a couple different forums.
Okay, thank you.
Any other county advisory boards?
For the record, Tom Barnes, Elko County. Just a couple things I wanted to mention. I know you tabled the predator management plan, but that was something that we discussed at our meeting in some depth. We went over each one of the projects and what we approved and opposed. I don't know if you want me to get into that right now, but the general consensus of the CAB was that we want to see more of the money being spent on the ground taking care of the predators as opposed to studies. We realize that research is important, but we would like to see more money spent on the ground. Also, Past Assemblyman Carpenter was there, and his concern was that this is getting away from the intent of his original legislation, because that money was supposed to be put on the ground to protect wildlife species. Also, one of the county commissioners, Charlie Myers, was there, and he was concerned about projects 29 and 30 regarding the sage grouse as far as covering the landfills and removing the carcasses off the highways. He was concerned about the county's economic costs that are going to be associated with that, doesn't know what's going to be associated, and was concerned about that effects on the county, as the alcohol landfill itself, he said, would be virtually impossible to get covered up. So those were some things that, a couple things we discussed, and I just wanted to bring it up to the state board because I know you tabled that other one, so I didn't know we'd have a chance to discuss it or not.
Okay,
Questions or?
we're good. Any other county advisory boards? Commissioner Drew?
Yeah, Douglas County wasn't able to send a representative to the meeting, but I was at their meeting on Monday night, and they wanted me to relay for them that they did have an interest in taking a look at possible avenues forward on use of trail cams, either a potential complete restriction on use of trail cams or restriction during the season. And I know that's something that Lincoln County had mentioned prior, but they wanted me to bring that up under CAB items on their behalf. So.
All right. Any other county advisory boards? Seeing none, we'll move on to Commission Agenda Item number 5.